Hey everybody, it is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I'm live to you today on Wednesday from my YouTube channel. And let's see, I guess brought to you today. Remember, I have a publishing course, and if you're just getting started with low content books, check that out. It kind of walks you through all the basics step by step, and that's publishwithashley.podia.com. It's in the show notes. Other things, today we are going to talk manual KDP ads. I had a question about it, and so we're going to talk a little bit just kind of about ads and where you want to be, and then I'll talk a little bit about manual ads and that sort of thing that you can use. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm so excited for you all to be here today. I don't have any announcements. If you are in my Facebook group, I did a keyword video. It is in my Facebook group. So if you're not part of my Facebook group, come join the keyword or come join our Facebook group and you can see that keyword video. I'm going to eventually post it on YouTube, but I found a cool niche while I was doing some research just to show you kind of keyword research. And so, hey, you can go check it out with not as many people, right? Because the Facebook group doesn't have so many people as just generally YouTube watches. So go check that out. Join my Facebook group. There's a link in the show notes. All right, or should be. Not this video, another one. I think it's in there. Anyway, okay, so hey, everybody out there. It looks like I have a few live viewers. So hey out there for listening. Hopefully you're not all bots or something. But we're going to get right into it because I don't want, you can ask questions if you're there live, or I want to kind of show you what manual ads and advertising is. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about advertising. Sorry, I've got to share my screen here. Share screen. All right. I am picking a screen, that one. All right, there we are. I think it's shared. Hey, Jen. Hey, Eileen. Okay, so you're seeing a whole bunch of things there, but we're going to go over to an Amazon page. I have logged up. So let's say you were doing a car maintenance log. I tried to type in a lot of things to find something that I thought would work for this demonstration. So there's different kinds of ads. Let's talk about a few of the different kinds of ads that just on this page. Right up here, we have what are called banner sponsor ads. This isn't, this isn't actually something that is available within the KDP advertising. You have to have an Amazon seller or vendor account so that you can get to the, what do I want to call it, the advertising platform, because there's lots of different AMS ads, and one of them is connected to a vendor or Amazon seller's account, and that's this one. And you have to have a brand, and then there's like a few things you have to do to check all that boxes to be able to do these. So this isn't something excuse me, I'm so sorry, this isn't something that maybe you would have you would be able to do. Okay, you guys can see me, right? Let me see. I can't see this. Let me move my StreamYard over so I can see your comments, but hopefully you can see my screen. Let me see. Okay. There we go. I think now I can. Okay, good. Now I can see everything. I can see your comments too. Want to Wattpad Christmas romance books. I don't know what I know what Wattpad is, but anyway, I did Wattpad. That was an experience. Anyway, so this right here is that banner ad, and it's a sponsored ad, but it's not something particularly you can do for your books unless you have kind of all the boxes checked and all the different kinds of access. But what you're generally doing is these sponsored ads. There's also the lock screen. The lock screen is actually on Kindles, and for hardback books, it is not. I wouldn't do it. So if you're doing your paperbacks, you're advertising your paperbacks, it doesn't make any sense to be on a lock screen because people on a Kindle want to buy Kindle books. They don't want to buy other things, right? They just want a Kindle book so they can download it and read it on their Kindle. So I would not ever do lock screens for paperback type books. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you have a Kindle book, it might make sense, but otherwise it doesn't make sense. But these are the sponsored ads. So this is the kind of sponsored ads you have access to. There's also others, and we'll talk about those, but these are the kind of things. So you're going to see, different, you're going to see Peter Peter Popper Press is like a bigger name brand type press. You're going to see individual self-published type books, and those are all sorts of sponsored ads. Now, what I wanted to show you is if you go into into this one right here, you are going to see this is kind of like the holy grail of advertising. You want to advertise. One of the great things about sponsored ads, or about sponsored manual ads, is you can advertise against books, against authors, against keywords, against trademarked words, because it's an advertisement. You can't use trademark words in your keywords or your title or any of that, but you can advertise trademarked words because you're advertising to an audience that would like that sort of thing. So you can see that people who buy maintenance log books tend to buy other types. And it is, if you can advertise against a specific book and you get into this frequently bought together area, this is awesome because people will sometimes just add all three to cart. Sometimes they'll just click on like, ooh, I like this one better than this one. And so they go right here and they click on it, and that will take them to that product page. And so some of your goals is to kind of get into this frequently bought. Self-publishing authors have been working on this forever. Like I was researching these books. These are Kindle books and paperback books like fiction. But trying to get into, people who read a book like this, you want to advertise on something like that. So in this case, you're thinking, okay, people who would buy a maintenance logbook might like a different cover for maintenance logbook, or say you're doing camping. If they buy a camping RV book, maybe they want a camping planning book, right? Those are similar type items. And if you can get yourself in front of those people, the right audience, you're going to do well. So here, yet again, is the sponsored product page. Okay, so these are other people who have bought or who are advertising against either these keywords or what Amazon thinks might be these keywords. But you could advertise against this particular book that is doing well by typing in the author's name. You could type in the specific name of this particular book, or something like that. You can actually advertise against it, and yours will show up here. Do remember, if someone is looking for something like this, they might scroll down the page and go, ooh, these are other things I like. Because everyone's kind of used to, Amazon is offering me other things I would like on the page. There is also, though I was having a problem, I don't know if they're adjusting it or it's just my bad luck, there is sometimes a product advertisement right here. Right now, I guess they're advertising the book clubs, but a lot of times, though, I'm sure you've seen an advertisement for a book right here. And so if you advertise against the specific name or author, sometimes your stuff will pop up here. Now, what's great about that, if you advertise against a specific author, you're not going to be competing against a lot of people, because so the bids will be cheaper, because people aren't, your focus is to get on this page. Your focus isn't to get on this other page that we came from. Your focus is to get on this page because this is a buyer. Someone who got to this page is looking to buy. And if you can get on this page, then that's really awesome. But usually there is a product page, right, or products advertisement right here, but they're currently advertising Amazon Books Clubs. But if you advertise against this author name, you are most likely to be very high up here in this sponsored product area. So that's something to note. There's another one down here. So there's another chance to be in that wheel of looking through what are the products, right? What products are people looking for? All right, so those are kind of the different ads. There's some more ads you'll see like up here. They tend to be not necessarily as much in the book category, but things like this in the banners are really beyond your KDP reach. Those aren't advertisements you can get to. The only ones you can really get to, the sponsored ones. And then I think the one that's right here is very cool if you can get onto that one by specifically targeting a specific book. So here's what I do when I'm trying to gather manual keywords. I will go through and type in my words that I think somebody would be searching for, like car maintenance logbook. And then I start looking at all the best sellers. I ignore the ones that are sponsored, and I start going here and seeing, okay, which ones of these are doing really well. And then I will specifically target my keywords to Mojito Publishing, vehicle maintenance. I will literally put in this book or the book name of this. I look through and try and find, I just kind of try and go through and target books or items that are someone would be interested in. Like I talked about the RV thing. So if you have an RV maintenance log, you might want an RV camping log, right? So you could target RV maintenance logs with your RV camping, notebook journal type thing, because that is something that particular customer would be interested in. All right. So hopefully you're all still there. I haven't seen any comments. The other thing, so that's kind of how I go through and find keywords. I literally just look at what's selling well. I look at the books. I also will go here. So I'm on Amazon advertising. You go to, AMS, you can, advertise your book, and then you click create a create a ad, and then which is big yellow button like over here, and then you click sponsored product, and it'll take you to this page, and you can click manual ads up here. I just don't want to have to, I can't blur out things live, and there's some of my books up here. They're my fiction books, so I don't think it matters, but anyway, just trying to be cautious, I guess. So here's where you would actually add in this keyword targeting. When you click manual up here, you're going to get to this where it says suggested, and you can look through the suggested. Mine didn't have any because I haven't picked an actual book to advertise against. But sometimes they'll have suggested, and you can use those. I find that oftentimes they aren't as good as I would like to be, so I may only pick one or two of them. There is this right here, the suggested bid. I never put that. I always put custom bid, and then I put it, 10, 15 cents or something like that. And then this broad, phrase, and exact. So broad is they can take what phrases you have and mix and match them, or take just parts of them that may be beneficial to you, that may not be. Sometimes I will actually go for just exact or phrase, because, so you can kind of see right here, if you hover over this, it contains all the keywords in any order and plurals and variations. It contains the exact phrase or sequence of an exact word or sequence of keywords. So sometimes I will actually hit phrase and exact if I'm looking for something specific. If I really want to hit a certain keyword that I know is a long tail keyword, maybe like RV camper for women, I don't know, who like pink. I have no idea. I'm just coming up with something in my head. But say I want something very specific, then I will actually click these and for those particular words. But what you do is you click under enter list, and you can see my 10-cent bid is there, and you can check these off or not. A lot of times if I'm manually keywording, I pull off the broad because I am specifically looking for certain phrases to go in there in that exact phrase so that it'll come up. The other thing is, so if you start typing, what were we doing? We were doing car maintenance. It gives you some suggested words. These may or may not be things you have thought of. For example, car maintenance stickers. Your person who's interested in a car maintenance logbook might honestly be interested in car maintenance stickers, so that's something you can think about. Some of these will make sense, some of these don't. Car maintenance for dummies, yeah, that's For Dummies is a very popular brand. You might have a harder time advertising on this book for 10 cents, but you never know. You can try it. It may or may not turn out to be a good one, but you can see. Car maintenance tools, their car maintenance record book. So it gives you some suggested ones, and I will sometimes, you can add all of them. If you go scroll down, add all the words in this list, so you can do that. That's another way to get some long tail keywords maybe you haven't thought of. You can go into the advertising platform and start typing and see what comes up. Sometimes that's really useful. I get different things occasionally than I think I would get. So you just can start typing. So I'm just going to click this one. And then what you do is you hit enter and you just type another one. Amazon suggests that you add, if you're doing manual, it actually suggests you add like 300 to 400 words. I never add that many words. I maybe get up to 50. If I am specifically trying to target something, I generally only get to 50 because I know the audience I'm targeting. I know who I want to click on the books. And if I know, and I'm more exact in that sense, if I really have an idea of who I want to go for, then I can get my advertising for fairly cheap. Yes, this does take more time. Yes, it takes more effort, but it's very targeted. And advertising is one of those things that you just have to keep trying and keep doing stuff, and you will fail, succeed wildly, fail, succeed wildly, or maybe just succeed. It's kind of, you just have to keep doing it until you get the hang of it, get the hang of what works for your niche, what works for you, what works for that type of year. Or like, so, right now, maybe, car maintenance or car gift for teen. That's bad typing. Car gift for teen. I might not even put for. It kind of ignores that. But that might be, say, car gift for teen, car gift for teenager, right? If your cover actually would represent something a teen would like, this time of year, gift is a great word. And there's also gift 16th birthday, when they get their driver's license, that sort of thing. Car gift for teenage birthday. You can try some of those things. So think a little outside the box in your advertising to try and target a certain market, a certain person, or based upon your cover, your book, a lot of different things. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. I end up typing, like I said, 50 or 60 words. My goal a lot of times when I do manual keywords is to end up on this first page for a specific long tail keyword. Car maintenance logbook may not be long tail enough. So maybe for women, right? Car maintenance logbook for women. That might be a better one to end up on. But that's what it may not be. Like, I was looking through here and the sales ranks are very low. So maybe maybe women don't buy car maintenance logbooks. Well, that I guess should tell you that maybe you shouldn't have made that car maintenance logbook in the first place if you'd done your research. There's like this one, but this is not a KDP type book. The rest are not selling that I could really find. So, maybe that's not the thing you want to go for. But that's my point, is if you're finding a certain niche that you're looking for and you want to be on that first page, that's what I try and do with these manual ads. And then my goal is to get on the also bought page, to get on that sponsors, and to get, just like I said here, let me click on that one. When you advertise against a specific author, what does it mean? Your internet. Okay. Do you use keyword search tools and add the results in the ad? Okay, so the first one, Aline, the author, see this one? Bry Auto Publications. That's the author name. I will actually type, if I want to be on their page, this page right here, as an advertisement, right? Well, here sometimes, but they're not doing them right now because they're advertising their own thing at the moment. But if I want to be on this page, if I type in that author name, I am likely to be on this sponsored product page right here. Not all the time, but I am very likely to be on that page. So if this is a very popular book that people go to, and look, this author, I don't know they are, but maybe they're advertising like crazy. Think of it like piggybacking off in a legal way, piggybacking off the advertising dollars they've spent. You're just trying to get on their page. You're not trying to be on the previous page that's sponsored. So they pay a lot of money to be on that sponsored, and then someone gets here, clicks, and they're serious about buying. Now you can pay less to get on this page because you're specifically targeting their author name. Does that make sense? It's kind of a it's not a cheat, it's not a workaround. Honestly, KDP authors, and actually if you read Amazon's manual advertising, and they give you this suggestion, they tell you, advertise against all the author names that are similar to yours. I mean, they're doing it from the standpoint of like Nora Roberts, right? If your book is similar to Nora Roberts' book, then you could advertise against Nora Roberts' name and then end up on her page. Though that would probably be a very expensive, not very expensive, but it'd be more expensive than some of these smaller niches. The smaller niches, the less it's going to be to advertise to, or more specific. Keyword search tools. I have KDP Rocket and I have Book Bolts, and I do use those, but oftentimes they can be helpful, and I've used them, and I run lots of ads. So I'll maybe download their suggestions, put them in the manual keyword, and test out the ad and see how it does. Sometimes it does great, sometimes it doesn't. But oftentimes I found literally doing my own exact research and deciding exactly what pages I want to be located on is very beneficial. It makes my ad costs go down, and I'm focusing on a very target audience, target market. It does take time though. That's the problem, right? Nobody wants to spend 1 million hours of time on their ads. And I get that. Sometimes I just throw a manual ad on, or a automatic ad on there and see how it does. But if I have a book I put a lot of time or energy, like maybe a coloring book or an activity book I've spent a week or two making, why wouldn't I spend a few days trying to tweak my ad and get it better? It doesn't make sense to spend all that time making it and toss it out there and then just cross your fingers and hope. You can do that, but it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me on something I've spent a lot of time on. If it's something I haven't spent a lot of time on, I just decided to do it because it sounded fun to do and throw it out there, then yeah, I usually just use automatic ads. Targeting the ad and the name, the author name in the ad. No, the author name. See, this is the author name. Here's this book. It's the author name is Bry Auto Publication. I would actually put Bry Auto Publication in my manual keywords if I wanted to get on this book's page. I might also put Vehicle Maintenance Logbook Car Repair Journal, that whole phrase there, and hope that I get onto this particular page. Does that help? Let's see, what else? Yeah, if you do your own research, it's cheaper. And okay, so I have a specific thing. I have, it's hard to do. Okay, it's a word search. That'll be easy. And there's only, and I think I've said this, there's only 4 or 5 different word searches with this particular topic. And it's not a huge selling market. So I guess I could even tell you, and it wouldn't be worth it to go out there and have hundreds of people go out there because it's not a huge selling market. I sell about 10 a month of this, and I just decided to try it. So what I found out as I was doing researching to see if I typed in basically the title of my book, blank blank word search, if it came up on the first page, right? Amazon's first product page search. It didn't. It was the name of the book, and what came up was like nothing relevant. And I knew there were relevant books because I found them, right? I researched them, and I was like, this is crazy. So I actually did a specific ad with that all the exact phrases I wanted to pop up for, exact phrases, because I didn't want to pop up for, if mine was about sloth word searches, I didn't want to pop up for cute furry animal word search. I wanted to pop up for the one type of thing I was looking for. And so I literally ran manual ads to that. And once I did, it started coming up as the first sponsored ad because no one else was bidding on it. And then once I've got like 4 or 5 sales, it started to actually show up organically. And then I pulled the ad off. Like I said, it's not a huge market. So my research was very minimal. I knew exactly what keywords I wanted to show up on the first page for. So that's why I think manual ads can be really great. And getting on someone's product page. So yeah, that was one of the things. So my competition, like I said, there's like 4 of these word searches. And I don't really feel word search is a competition because if someone's interested in that particular topic, they're not going to keep buying the same person's word search again. They're going to buy, all the word searches maybe over a year in that particular topic. So is that really competition? Not so much. So, I targeted their book name and book author, their author name. So I put their author name in there and I put in their book name in my manual ads. Okay. Is that helpful? Like, I know when I've said this over and over again, but I know it's hard to understand what I mean. I literally mean type in like Brian Auto Publication and literally type in the name of the exact name. And the longer the tail keyword, the more likely you're going to show up on their page because it's pretty specific. So that's the type of things I do especially if I've spent time on the book, because I've spent a lot of time, a week or two. Like I just put out one that I've spent a whole month working, and you bet first thing I did was run an ad to those specific keywords, very, very specific keywords. So I think my manual search has like 15 keywords in this little box here. It's not very long. I know Amazon says 2 or 3 or 400 of them, but I wanted to rank for certain keywords. It's a very specific topic. And it's kind of a unique, weird type topic that I found last year. But it's a yearly thing. So you got to do a new one every single year. So my 2021, the product's up there. I have an ad on it with those, 15 specific keyword phrases that I'm looking for. Okay. Everyone get that? Yes, no? Anyone questions? I know it's you just keep doing it and it makes more sense. Someone asked my Facebook group, about keywords and advertising and all this. And I have to say, it's kind of you've got to research keywords, all of this. You've just got to keep doing it and try not to get frustrated and learn, like continually learn what works, what doesn't work for you, what works for other people may work for you. So it's good to hear lots of people's ideas of how they go about it, because maybe you'll find the thing that works for you. But it's not just about the thing that works for you. It's about the niche that works for you. And then you take lessons learned and apply them. Like I said, I came from the romance, clean romance genre of writing, and this whole manual keyword targeting to specific author names. I had books, they weren't Nora Roberts, but there was in my clean romance, there was very big authors. And so I would target their author names because my books were similar. I would target and use manual keywords for their specific book name if someone was searching for that book name. And I would come up with lots of things. So I just took that knowledge that I spent, 2 years trying to figure out and moved it to low content books. And I don't think a lot of low content book people think this way because maybe they didn't come from romances. That's a very, very competitive market. And if you can figure out ads that work for romance, like that's huge, right? So that's why I try and take some of those skills I learned and apply them. But I've had fits and starts, right? Like some things worked well and some things did not work well. So it's a matter of trial and error, and the time of year changes. My ads that I had working last year are not working this year. I actually have to go through, I know, and dump them all and then retry them and do something different. So it's kind of a constant, thing to do. Okay, so yeah, just practice and try it. You can try really low. The problem with really low is you maybe don't get as many results as you want. But that's why I think if you are don't want to spend a lot of money, sometimes this manual keyword search with the exact phrases and things like that can really work for you, because it does tend to be lower cost. It takes more time, but you do get much more targeted results, and you don't waste money on things that people may not be searching for at all. Like I went through one book I had, and I was shocked at what people were clicking on for the book, because it was an auto campaign, that none of those keywords are anything I thought my target audience would actually, like, they wouldn't actually want my book. And so those, as far as I was concerned, since I got no purchase whatsoever, it was a totally wasted ad. So I dumped the ad. I went through and did a manual campaign, and it worked out so much better. I mean, it wasn't like a runaway success and I wasn't number one, but I was actually selling, and I made money. I didn't lose any money on that ad. So it does take practice. Just keep trying, try small. Some of this exact, if you have something really specific, like, a coloring book for, I don't know, ocean creatures, jellyfish or something. I don't know if that's a thing, but it probably is. Jellyfish are cool. I would color a jellyfish. And maybe there's only 10 other coloring books for jellyfish out there, right? You could definitely try and be number one on coloring book for jellyfish. And that may be your title, but that doesn't mean you end up showing up on the first page. You might a first day or two, but if no one purchases it, Amazon will just toss it back farther. So if you get an ad and you're on that first page and you get 3 or 4 purchases, then Amazon knows, because you put those specific keywords and someone purchased it, Amazon knows that people are looking for coloring book for jellyfish like your book. And then you can start ranking organically for that keyword. So hopefully that helps. Sorry, your comment is too long. Oh, it didn't go through. Okay, let me click off, stop sharing screen there. Okay, so I'm back. I gotta move this over, otherwise I feel like I'm looking at myself. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Questions. So once you start selling, you stop ads. Yes and no. I will try stopping the ad and seeing if it sells organically. And if it doesn't, I'll put the ad back on, especially if it's a cheap ad. Like I have a few ads that the bid is about, what I pay is about somewhere between 5 and 10 cents a click. And I get about a 50% success rate. It's not high amounts of traffic. Remember, I'm not getting thousands of views a day. It's more like I'm getting 100 views a day, and I get like maybe a click a day, but then I get a sale every other day because my purchase rate's like 50%. Hopefully that math made sense. All right. So if I get let's say I get 30 clicks a month and I get 15 sales out of it, right? So maybe 100 views a day and I get 30 clicks the whole month, and then I get 15 sales. And that's at 5 to 10 cents a click. That's really good. Like it's a good profit margin. But it works best with those specific targeted type things. And it's cheap to just keep on there. So sometimes I'll pull the ad and see if it sells organically. And if it does not, I just keep the ad running. I'll return it back on and keep the ad running because it wasn't that expensive to run. So I'll just keep it running. Okay. Oh, there's lots of comments down. I got to scroll, I guess. Do you have a video on your Facebook shows how to do that? How to do what? Which one? How to do what one? Sorry, Teresa, I don't know. Do what? I'm sure it was you made the comment when I actually said something, but I don't know what that was. Let's see. How to do that. I got nothing. But let me know. Let's see other things that are going on. Facebook people, definitely look at my keyword video. I have that on there. I have it up. I had many technical issues. I must have tried to post it 10 times and I finally got it to post. So annoying. But I got it to work. And so it's on there. Eventually, I'll put that on my YouTube channel. But I had found a cool niche, so I wanted to share it with my Facebook peeps first, since they follow. Anything else? Teresa, do you want to ask what my question was? Whatever your question, so I know what it is. I don't think I missed any others. All right. Okay. Okay. I think that's it for today. So let me know if you have further questions in the comments. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and let me know what else you guys want to know about, and we'll talk about it. All right. Thanks. Bye.